Hey everyone, Chad HD here. Donald Trump has released his list of 11 possible justices that would replace Antonin Scalia on the U.S. Supreme Court. Among those lists, Justice Don Willett here in Texas. You probably know him if you're on Twitter. You've seen him tweet the Nobel laureate of Texas on Twitter, Justice Willett. So the big question for a lot of folks out there, they've gone through this list of 11 possible choices from Donald Trump as far as justices that he would take a look at when appointing someone to the U.S. Supreme Court. So far, not a lot of people out there saying it's a bad list. In fact, a lot of people say it's a pretty good list that Donald Trump has released. But many conservatives out there still not ready to trust Donald Trump yet, and I don't blame them. Why? Because Donald Trump has brought this upon himself, this level of distrust that is out there among Republicans. Let me tell you why. Donald Trump in the past, he's given interviews where he has said about the wall, about different positions of his, that they're all negotiable. Everything's negotiable. That he can change at any moment on anything. That everything's negotiable, right? Well, it's that, that right there is worrisome for a lot of people. It's worrisome for a lot of Republicans, a lot of conservatives, a lot of activists who are out there, because they want someone who they know will appoint these type of justices, not someone who they think will appoint these type of justices. Look, what I would tell conservatives out there, and I go back to yesterday's video when I say this idea of a third-party candidate is terrible. It's not going to happen. It's going to be Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. One of those two will be the next president of the United States, most likely. Now, if Hillary Clinton gets carted off to jail because of the server issue, well, then, maybe Bernie Sanders or Joe Biden will be in there. But it'll either be Donald Trump or a Democrat who will be in the Oval Office. We've got to find some way to trust Donald Trump. And Donald Trump has got to find some way to reach out to conservatives out there, people like myself who just don't trust Donald Trump. I would love to trust Donald Trump. I really would. I would love to say that Donald Trump, I believe what he's going to say when it comes to the justices. But then again, look, when Donald Trump is out there on many of his key issues and saying that everything's negotiable, what about judges? Are judges negotiable? If Democrats come back and say, no, these are too conservative, in order to get something, in order to get a nominee through, you've got to go back and you've got to pick someone a little more moderate, someone who's not as pro-Second Amendment, someone who's not as pro-life. These are all worries for a lot of conservatives out there. I would still say this. With Donald Trump, these are the type of justices I know he wants to start off with. He wants to start off with conservative justices. That's a hell of a lot better than what Hillary Clinton wants to start off with. I can tell you that. The people who Hillary Clinton would start off with as justices would take away the Second Amendment in a heartbeat. They would vote for it in a heartbeat to take away your Second Amendment rights. When it comes to other issues, other constitutional issues, other conservative issues out there, I guarantee you Hillary Clinton's list of justices will look far, far different than Donald Trump's list. And I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to roll the dice, and I'm going to trust in Donald Trump and that he's going to keep his word when it comes to the U.S. Supreme Court. I hope he will. I could be wrong, but I pray that I'm not. Tune in to the Chad HD Show weekday mornings, 8:30 to 11 a.m. Central Time. You can listen online at KFYO.com. Of course, you can follow me on Twitter. I invite you to. Chad Hasty Radio. That's Chad Hasty Radio on Twitter. And, yes, subscribe to our YouTube page here on YouTube. Have a great day. We'll talk to you on the radio.